Hi guys, this is Vineet Pandey and it's a great evening. I'm with two beautiful ladies here, Aishwarya Lakshmi from Kerala and Anupama from Kerala. And yes, I'll do the same thing, Namaskaram. Guys, these girls wanted me to talk about some important things as 40 days left. So let's talk to them because when they came to me with some ideas, I just thought that these things are very common. A lot of students are actually looking for the same answers. So I would like to know, Anupama, what did you want to ask?
So right now it's just like 40 days left for the exam. So what do you think? How should the preparation be? How should we take it?
See, Anupama, for 40 days or like 1 month or 2 months left, we have uploaded a lot of videos. I've given some ideas. So if you're looking for something particular, then I can help you.
So but then like Indian literature and all, Indian modern literature, the materials online are very limited. So what do you think? Like it would be really helpful if you could help us with some.
That's a great question. So, Anupama, I got your point. You're talking about Indian literature and important points related to Indian literature. And yes, I must admit this, that internet is full of videos related to British history and all. But nobody talks about Indian literature, especially when it is related to NET JRF. So, Aishwarya, do you have any question related to this?
My question is that you have attended so many exams, you have went through set exams of many states. My question is, what is the basic difference of syllabus that you find between the North and the South universities of India?
Yeah, it's true that I have attempted a lot of exams and especially for 15 set exams. I really found that the set exam of Rajasthan was one of the easiest one. Then on second number, it's Uttarakhand set, which was actually very easy with no standard at all. And Gujarat set was like cakewalk. I think like if I send 50 students for Gujarat set and then I can give you a guarantee that they will be having all those 50 ranks. But if I talk about set exam of West Bengal, so West Bengal set is really tough. It's good. They are having standard of NET exam, and if I have to pick one set exam out of all those set exams, I'll prefer Kerala set. The reason is that first thing, you people have high standards. I must say this, that education in Kerala is actually an example. We must follow it because in India, NET and SET exams are used for professors. Once they qualify, they become professor. In Kerala, even if you qualify SET, it's just for school, right?
Higher secondary.
Yes, only for schools, higher secondary. So like SET is for higher secondary, and when they ask you question, they are involving grammatical things. Grammar is being asked, and in linguistics, they are focusing on accent and questions related to phonetics. They have been asked. So I think that if you're looking for a school teacher, he must be equally good in literature, grammar, accent, and other things, right?
Yes.
So from my point of view, Kerala SET is one of the toughest one because if even I prepare for it, I'll have to go for separate chapters of grammatical things. Being the part of literature, we can speak in English, but we do not know all those in-depth things of grammar.
Okay.
So yeah, and if we relate that, do we have any difference of syllabus? Then yes, I must admit that University of Delhi has far better syllabus. It's not actually the syllabus which is written on paper. Like Anupama comes from University of Delhi, and it's the curriculum they are following. Like professors, they do not teach you the written books. They talk about all those extra things related to book. So in short, their lectures are much better. So this is the thing, like in University of Delhi, in JNU, Jamia, you are technically blessed. You people have privileges. In states, they do not have that kind of standard, and like I don't want to name in someone, but I have heard that in Kerala, like people those who are teaching NET, they themselves are not NET qualified. What I mean to say is that at least first set example, tell people that yes, it is possible. It's like you are beholding Everest and you're motivating others, yes, go, you can do that, but they themselves never tried to do that. So and people, when like I have around 300 to 400 students in online, and around 80 to 90 students from Kerala, they are in Gulf countries. So I usually get in every 2 and every 3 days get calls from Dubai, from Bahrain. Initially I was scared also when I would get calls from Dubai. I was scared, like why they're calling me, like will I be noted by the agencies and all. So it's a difference. The difference is clearly visible.
Okay.
So I think like Anupama that asked, she asked a question. Preparing for Indian literature, last 40 days are left, so I'll suggest you, instead of reading Torudutt and all those normal writers, Vyomeshan Dutt, and like we can go for Sarojini Naidu and these writers, you can simply avoid them, Sri Aurobindo and all.
Okay.
Go for writers who are actually relevant now and most of the writers who are actually the part of post-colonials. So in Indian writers, either you go for the greatest Indian writers, the writers, those who developed Indian literature. Then we have Sarojini Naidu, then we have Toru Dutt, then we have R.K. Narayan, Raja Rao is there. But when you read Raja Rao, a lot of people must be knowing Raja Rao. People, they just start noting the names. Okay, he has written Kanthapura, he has written this, Serpent and Rope and this and that. But I think 99% people have no idea that even if you don't read Kanthapura, that's totally okay. But read the preface of Kanthapura. They don't know the short stories and all. When they read R.K. Narayan, you have no ideas of short story. You're simply concerned with few novels. So I think like if they ask you just a simple question, what is the full name of R.K. Narayan? And the name is Rashipuram Krishna Swami Narayan. So people, they have no idea that Rashipuram is not his name. It is the name of his village.
Yes.
So we can divide literature like Indian literature, the basic classical Indian writers, and technically they are not needed now. Then writers who are actually related to postmodernism or post-colonialism. For example, Nassim Ezekiel. Nassim Ezekiel is very important. The reason is Nassim Ezekiel is a Jew. So being a Jew, he is not an Indian. And Nassim Ezekiel, he himself has written that when I went to school, the children, the kids on the school, they told me I am the one who killed the Christ. So being a Jew in India, it's his life.
Yes.
And he still loves India. He talks about all those beautiful surrounding of a village, talking about, if you must be remembering that the Night of the Scorpion, when they say that the scorpion stunts a lady and people, they come. So that village scenario, more lanterns came, more swamps came, and they carved the images of the scorpion on sun-baked wall. So you have to point out these things.
Yes.
Then there are modern writers, like you read Arvind Adiga, The White Tiger. So it's just not a story. You must remember that Balram Halwai, he keeps on saying that my past is darkness and I am tomorrow. So he is India struggling in the chains of unemployment, poverty and casteism. So he says my past is darkness. I can talk about something good, and that is I am tomorrow.
So now, could you tell us more about Indian aesthetics and the modern theatre, Indian theatre?
Like what do you want to know in Indian theatre, Indian aesthetics? You want to know the names, writers?
Yeah, from the start, like from a net point of view, what is important?
Okay, Anupama, when we apply the word net point of view, so net point of view is like most important writers, their plays, and how to go about those things. So guys, like when people prepare for Indian modern theatre, they are actually, I'm telling you the very harsh truth, students, those who are preparing for Indian modern theatre, they just know Vijay Tendulkar, then there's Girish Karnad and Mahesh Dattani. After this, they have no idea about B.V. Karanth, or they hardly know about the famous writer Sundari, Jaisankar Bhojak, and R. Pratap Sharma, the writer of Dog Detective Ranjha. So they have no idea about these things, and people, they hardly know that Arvind God himself is a theatre practitioner and one of the most important character. He can be asked in an exam. Arvind God is the same person who performed role of Gupta ji in a famous Bollywood movie Ranjana, the politician. He's Arvind God. He works for Asmita Theatre. So how they are, using those myths, plays of other Western writers, and how they are converting in Indian way. This is also the part of Indian theatre. And when I was preparing for my net, I started reading the writer of Northeast. So Ratan Thiam is my favorite. I have gone through him and is really good. Then Nadira Babbar.
Yes.
Because Nadira Babbar, when she performed the play Yahudi Ki Ladki, that just took my heart. It was like, what a performance, and she's awesome. So when you have to prepare for these exams, make sure that Vijay Tendulkar is on tips. But when you read Vijay Tendulkar, people, they are simply shifting to Ghasiram Kotwal, Sakharam Binder, or the court is in session, silence the court in session. But they have no idea about Fifth Women. So yeah, Fifth Women is very important. You have to go for that. When you go for Karnad, so people talk about Karnad, Tughlaq is there, Yayati is there, Hitana Hunja is there, but they don't know about Tale Danda, like where we have the honor killing and all these things. That is equally important.
Yes.
And for Mahesh Dattani, Dance Like a Man is a classic. And then Tara and the Brave Queen, that lady. Moreover, the book that deals with the communal rights and issues, Hindu-Muslim issues, this Final Solution. These are the books, like you cannot go to the exam if you're not prepared with these. And along with this, it is not, it won't be a justice if you just mugged up those names and the books. You need to know what is third theatre, what is breaking of the fourth wall, and what is Parabes. So all these things, because Indian theatre has been compared to Grecian theatre. And moreover, when we talk about Indian theatre, the development that reaches to modern Indian theatre, it comes from Indian aesthetics. So we need to know all that Auchitya Siddhant, Vakrokti Siddhant, then there is Samvad Siddhant, then we have Bhav, Vibhav, Anubhav, Alamban, Uddipan. So all these things, they are equally important. There are 8 types of rasas. They may ask you a question that what was the 9th ras. So you need to know Shanti ras is the 9th ras. Or like people like Abhinav Gupta is very, very important. Then Anand Vardhan for Dhwane Loka. Natya Shastra is equally important by Bharat Muni. So these are the approaches, and I feel that this video is going to help people so that at least they will understand that what else is left for them. And luckily, like those people who are watching the video, you don't have to worry, because I'm sure you must be recalling all those names. We have covered all those things in classes, in online board. You have any question?
Yeah, like the previous video which you uploaded was on feminism and queer theory. So I would like to know a bit about Dalit literature and its connection with feminism.
I must appreciate that you people are really good, really prepared. I have never found anybody talking about Dalit literature, especially for NetGR point of view. It's just me, I keep on telling, read Dalit literature, read. So there are 2 questions which have been asked in net, and they were like consequential one by one in a sequence. Dalit feminism or Dalit literature. The very first thing is Dalit literature is not a literature. Like it's a debate, the debatable thing. It's not my point of view. It's like great writers. They say that Dalit writings are simply talking about pain, suffering, tortures done by those rich class, upper caste. So when they're narrating the same things again and again, then it's like you just have literature which is totally one-sided.
Okay.
But when you talk about all those developments, mindset, ideologies and all, then it becomes literature, like overall all those perspectives and all. So that Dalit feminism itself is related to the same thing. Being a woman in Indian society is, a part of that thing that you have always been crushed, tortured, or subjugated, controlled, dominated. And then being a Dalit woman, it's like your tortures are doubled. So Dalit feminism has been compared to black feminism, like how the women, they were facing tortures. And I think Bama has narrated this thing very nicely. Lady Bama writer. His famous work Mai, that's amazing. And personally, I have read this Sharmila Ray's famous work Writing Caste, Writing Gender, because I just wanted to go for all these things in a theoretical way. That's really good. Moreover, Meena Kandaswamy. Yes. And her famous work is Torch, a poem collection, where preface was written by Kamala Das. These are the important things where they talk about female rights and all. We being a Dalit writer, being Dalit. So Aishwarya, I think like I have answered almost all the questions, and see, I am very curious about Kerala. I must tell you these because it's always in my list, the thought list.
Okay.
And Ladakh and Kerala equally. And it's an honor that I was with a girl from Ladakh, and Stenjin, we recorded a video, and now I'm with Kerala people. And yes, I'm missing all the students. Like I must tell Mercy Jiljil, then Sanu Stephens, Jivita, Harita, these are all from Kerala. So the concept that I want to ask is like, what is the condition of women there? Because I have read in a famous work written by Marina Varghese that land rights, like land of one's own. So this is like a room of one's own. Marina Varghese has written a famous work, Land of One's Own. So like property rights, women marriage, and matriarchy kind of. Like I want to know the condition of women in Kerala.
Women's condition in Kerala is like they are very empowered. They are given education. Education is given priority when you think of women. Plus जैसे कि I'm not comparing, but still there is a line like शादी के बाद it's like डोली जाएगी then अर्थी वापस आएगी. That's the line.
Like can you just speak the same thing in Malayalam? I suggest you speak. शादी के बाद डोली जाएगी अर्थी आएगी. What do you say that in Malayalam?
What does that mean in Hindi?
Like you go to your husband's house and it's a celebrated thing, doli, and then you just have to return when you're dead.
Ashes.
Like just be there, survive in any condition, come back when you're dead.
കല്യാണം കഴിഞ്ഞ് വീട് വിട്ട് പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ തിരിച്ച് മരിച്ചു കഴിയുമ്പോൾ വരത്തുള്ളൂ.
You can see the same thing. I didn't understand actually.
Yeah, that is the condition that we find in most of the Bollywood films. But it's just contrary when you think of that scenario in Kerala. Ladies are given much of rights, and even after marriage, they have that equal power or prestige in their house. Even if they have any problem, they can just come back. It is not an issue that you are married, now you belong to somebody else. It is never an issue in Kerala. So women
There's
are an
ownership.
integral. Yes, they are very integral and they are very crucial when you think from a family point of view.
That's really great. We must learn, and especially Haryana, like female feticide and issues.
Yes.
Domestic violence नहीं होता है ना उधर.
होते होंगे like in a few
Women, they are equally
members.
involved with all that weapon. That's what do you call that particular
Not
weapon?
really, even the men out there are educated. They know how to resist.
So she's saying like that weapon is called madal. So and she said that women are equally responsible. So like they also fight, no? Okay, just one more guys. Sorry, so it was like we were funny. We are funny actually. Do we have any writers in Kerala? I must remember because I keep on looking for writers.
Yes, like Kamala Das.
Kamala Das is known to me.
MT Vasudevan
She is
Nair.
Madhavi Kutti.
Yes,
I know.
MT Vasudevan Nair.
MT Vasudevan Nair. I know. I have heard it.
O.V. Vijayan.
Vijayan.
O.V. Vijayan is famous writer. I've heard it. In
Benjamin.
fact, Vijayan is asked in it. I must tell you.
Yeah, yes.
O.V. Vijayan has been
Yeah.
asked in it.
Okay.
Okay.
very famous.
And then more writers?
Benjamin.
No, I don't know.
R. Jividam. The writer of Arachar.
Then you have Tagadi Shivchandra Pilla.
Changambura. Many writers.
Like novels and poems, you have umpteen number of writers.
Okay, and along with these things, a personal question. Like if I plan to visit Kerala, what should be the first hit? Where should I hit first?
That depends. Are you a beach lover or a mountain lover?
Both together.
Then I think there are different destinations. You have Wayanad, you have Kochi, then you have
Alappuzha.
Calicut. Yes.
Wayanad is, I think, and Munnar is also there.
Munnar, yes. Munnar, you have boating as well, and you have mountain
Trekking.
and yeah, and you have forest areas there. So there is a lot of combinations and
It's
permutations.
an amalgamation of different
Yes.
landscapes actually.
So guys, it was like a really healthy discussion with you all, and before we wind up, I would like to ask you, Anupama, do you want to give any message to your friends in Malayalam?
See, the basic thing is literature എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് തന്നെ ഒരു വളരെ മനോഹരമായ ലാംഗ്വേജും ഒരു ഫീൽഡുമാണ്. അത് എന്ത് ലിറ്ററേച്ചർ തന്നെ ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, ഏത് ലാംഗ്വേജ് തന്നെ ആയിക്കോട്ടെ. അപ്പം ഇവിടെ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു നെറ്റോ ഒരു സെറ്റോ ഒരു JRF അല്ല നമ്മുടെ എയിം നിശ്ചയിക്കേണ്ടത്. ഇത് അതിനും മേളിൽ കുറേയൊക്കെ അറിയാനും പഠിക്കാനും കുറേ ആൾക്കാരുടെ ജീവിതങ്ങൾ വായിക്കാനും ഇത് വളരെ ഒരു മനോഹരമായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് തന്നെയാണ്. ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ ഡൽഹിയിൽ, ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ ഡൽഹിയിൽ വന്ന് പഠിച്ചതും കൊണ്ട് എനിക്ക് കുറേ ആൾക്കാരെ കുറേ ജീവിതങ്ങളെയും കാണാൻ പറ്റി. ഈ സാറിൻ്റെ ക്ലാസ്സിലൂടെ എനിക്ക് കുറേ ആൾക്കാരെ പരിചയപ്പെടാൻ പറ്റി. എൻ്റെ ഒരു ഫ്രണ്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മുംബൈയിലുള്ള ഒരു കുട്ടിയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അതൊക്കെ ഇവിടെ വന്നതും കൊണ്ട് തന്നെ സാധിച്ചതാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ബേസിക്കലി ഈ എക്സാം ഒക്കെ ഒരു ഫസ്റ്റ് മിനിമൽ സ്റ്റെപ്പാണ്. പക്ഷെ അതിനുപരി നമ്മൾ ഈ ലിറ്ററേച്ചറിനെ സ്നേഹിക്കുകയും അത് എന്താണെന്ന് അറിയാനും ശ്രമിക്കണം. അതാണ് എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്.
So I should say super minded. So I didn't understand. I hope she praised me. And do you want to say something to your friends?
എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത് വെച്ചാൽ നോളജ് അക്വയർ ചെയ്യാൻ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ജ്ഞാനം നേടാനായിട്ടാണ് നിങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കേണ്ടത്. ഈ സാഹിത്യം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു ആദ്യ ചുവട് മാത്രം തന്നെയാണ്, അനുപമ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ വന്ന ശേഷം വളരെയധികം മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ സാധിച്ചു കാര്യങ്ങളെ പറ്റിയിട്ട്. ലിറ്ററേച്ചർ എന്താണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ സാധിച്ചു. എഴുത്തുകാരിലൂടെ അവരുടെ സാഹിത്യത്തിലൂടെ ജീവിതം മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ സാധിച്ചു. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ക്ലാസ് വളരെയധികം ഒരു ഇൻസ്പിറേഷൻ ആയിരുന്നു ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും. അതിന് നന്ദി പറയുന്നു വിനീത് സാറിനോട്. താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്.
So guys, thank you so much. And guys, make sure you remember all those names. If you need to know anything else related to Indian literature, just WhatsApp me on my number 85870 35827. Thank you, ladies. Take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you.